What's this? A PSP modding video in 2016? You guys thought the scene was dead? Well, no it's not. I'm bringing it back. Ha. Well, anyways, I just got back into PSP gaming and collecting and stuff, and I got back into modding as well. I used to mod PSPs way back in the day. I never really made videos on it, but now I will. And I'll basically document everything I'm doing with PSPs from this point forward and sharing with you guys. Okay, so this one, I'm still not done this one yet. You can see it looks like there's kind of scratches on the screen. Focus. But that's just the default screen protector. I'm gonna put a Hori screen protector on it. These things are the best screen protectors you could get for the PSP. The Hori PSP screen protector. You have to buy these off eBay from Japan. Anyways, this is a Star Ocean limited edition PSP. If you know anything about this PSP, it looks different. Why? I changed the UMD ring. It's not silver, it's blue. Same as this. This ring around is blue, the buttons are blue. Yeah, that's blue as well, these triggers. But still, I'm gonna put LED sound reactive triggers in here, so that's the next mod I'm gonna do. The next mod as well, USB charge mod. You guys are probably like, that's it? That's it? No, because, you know, we all love to play UMD games, right? Well, I modified the UMD drive to make it read UMDs a lot quicker. What? That's not a UMD drive? Ha, yeah, I was just messing with you guys. Because UMD drives are honestly crap. Like, they're slow as hell. They sound horrible when you're gaming. It's like then loading times, and they're a pain to use. Optical drives in a portable console. What was Sony thinking? Anyways, that's not a UMD drive. What is this? What is this madness? Focus. Ha. A 3000 milliamp hour battery inside a PSP. Yes, my friends, I put in this massive battery inside the PSP. Yeah, this thing. Basically shoved it in there, wired the wires to the default battery that was there, just, you know, ripped out the actual battery from it and wired these to just the board that's inside this battery to regulate the voltages and all that stuff. Because you can't just wire this straight into it. You need board, or else fire hazard, or maybe whatever. I don't want to find out. Anyways, yeah, a massive whopping 3000 milliamp hour battery in here. Not one of those cheap ones that you find on eBay, those 3600 ones from China that are still this size. Those are fake. They're not real. They're not real 3600 milliamp hours. They last like an hour and a half at best. I had one of them. This actually is one of them. It focuses. Yeah, it's not an original Sony one. That I just used the board from that because that battery was a piece of crap. It was worth taking apart. But yeah, this, a real 3000 milliamp hour battery. I tested it with the PSP timer, which I'm testing on this one right now, with full brightness, with audio blasted to the max, with the CPU overclocked to 333 megahertz. It lasted 8 hours and 36 minutes of non-stop screen on time. That would be gaming for 8 hours and 36 minutes non-stop with this battery. That is insane for a PSP. Insane. But I'm not gonna stop there. But yeah, for that, I'm really happy with the results. 8.5 hours with full screen brightness, full blast audio. It'll last longer, obviously, with headphones. With no one's gonna play with full audio and screen. I usually play on 2 or 3 out of 5 brightness, but that was full blast, so it'll probably last maybe 10 hours with my gaming habits. Yeah, but yeah, that's insane. UMD drive is gone because, like, yeah, with custom firmware you could put up to a 400 gigabyte micro. You could put up to 400 gigs of storage on these with these photo fast memory cards, like dual 200 gigabyte micro SD cards in here. I have 64 gigs in each, so it's 128 gig in this. I have a bunch of 256 gigabyte cards lying around, which, because I'm building a bunch of PSPs at the moment, I have over 10 or something. I have to count them because some of them are mine and a lot are, yeah. I just have a lot of PSP stuff at the moment because, yeah. Anyways, that's this one. That massive battery. Right there. You stay there. I'll put you back together later. This one, as I said, I got a bunch of these batteries, and I got a bunch of these size batteries as well, because I wanted to, I'm basically testing out sizes, you know. Okay, that battery just fell out. Oh, perfect. Now you could see it's basically attached like that. See, that's how it is. I just taped it up. Perfect. Now works out. Basically, I bought a bunch of different sizes, you know, like this size for the UMD drive, maybe just that, and keep the original battery there. This size just full in there, and I was testing one more size as well. I'll show you. But this one, this is a 2000 milliamp hour battery. In this PSP, it is the Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core Limited Edition PSP. As you could see, it's different as well. I changed the buttons to black. Triggers to black, I think. I don't remember. And the ring to black. Basically, Sony made some nice limited edition consoles, but in my opinion, they should have went more further, you know, like made matching UMD rings, made matching, but change the buttons, make it stand out more, you know. I should put that there. You know, not just a regular silver UMD ring and just silver buttons, you know, make it, yeah. Sony, your console should have looked like this. It looks a lot better. Okay, so yeah, this is the Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core Edition PSP. I still did not glue that yet because I'm still going to take this PSP apart because I need to install LED triggers in here. I'm still waiting on LEDs in the mail. It's going to take forever with shipping from China. Okay, so this one, I just built this. I didn't have time to test out how long this battery lasts, but I assume it'll last probably the same as that one, because this is actually 3200 milliamp hours, but it's with an original Sony battery here. It's basically the original Sony 1200 milliamp hours and a 2000 milliamp hour. So yeah, but you know, these Sony ones, you can't buy them new anymore. They're pretty much used, so it's less than that. I'm not sure how long this will last. It might last as much as that or less. Probably less. But yeah, it's a lot heavier, this one. So the 2000, it's just basically takes up all of the space. I'm not sure I'll build any more of these like this. I prefer that one, honestly. But yeah, again, as you can see, the original Sony 1200, 3000. Do you see the size difference? That's insane. That's, yeah, this one. Yeah. Basically, I also did the USB charge mod in this. So it charges via USB. See? Orange light. Charges even without USB mode because it's hardwired into... You can't see it because I'd have to take it apart. But yeah, I soldered a wire from this to the power connection there. From the USB to the power connection. Yeah. I'll send links in the description if you want that mod. But yeah, this one's same massive battery there. And yeah, these both are still not done. They still need LED triggers. Now this one, this is going to be my personal PSP. It's not done yet. It's still a work in progress, but what is this? We'll get to that later. But this, my friends, it's a 4,000 milliamp hour battery. I bought one of these. Basically, I have a friend in China who works in the battery business, and I ordered a bunch of custom sizes from him. You know, measured the UMD drive, measured this, measured that. But this one, he said he had this one, and his measurements were a bit bigger than what arrived. And I bought it anyways because I thought it would have to stick out a bit over here, but turns out it fits perfectly. And yeah, 4,000. But not only that, I realized how thin it is. There's still room at the top here, so I am thinking, since I have one more of these, I'm gonna put one right on top and make it a 6,000 milliamp hour PSP or a 5,000. You see how there's two batteries taped together on this one? Focus. Basically, you see there's two. I might just take this apart. So it'll be a 5,000. Or I might just ask him to ship me one already made like that and rewire it all. Or I might just make it like this. But if it's like this, it'll stick out because, well, with this, well, this one is mine. I don't want to mess with that one. Okay, basically this, if you put the door on top, you see it it'll stick out a bit. I'll have to sand that down, but yeah, it'll stick out. If I keep it like this, a 6,000, I'd have to cover the sides up and build that. I think I actually will, because that's tempting, having 6,000 milliamp hours internally in a PSP is insane. I don't think anyone has done that before, so I might just do that and go crazy. But this is already crazy. Well, you see this antenna at the top. You're like, what is that? This is a Wi-Fi mod I am still working on, as You can, it's loosely in there because I was making room for the battery, but basically I'm gonna move this down more in here so you know this does not really stick out. It's just gonna be fully in there. But yeah, and it'll basically increase the range of the PSP's Wi-Fi. It's pretty much overkill, and also letting the PSP connect to different Wi-Fi standards, because I forgot which Wi-Fi, yeah, different frequencies than what it's currently available to do. And also, you could remove the antenna if you please, to just keep it off if you want to keep it more portable, or if you want to go overkill and install, I have to hold this because it's not fully in place, one of these antennas. I have to push it back because it's, yeah, basically it's a universal standard for Wi-Fi. Walk around with one of these things. This is insane. This is overkill. But this PSP that I'm building, it is going to be overkill. I'm building it to be overkill, so yeah. So far I have the Wi-Fi and the 4000 milliamp hour battery, and yeah. This will have a 256 gigabyte memory card in there, and it'll also be the Star Ocean thing, because in my opinion, besides the Monster Hunter portable third console by Sony, that is the best looking one if you customize it the way I did, in my opinion. Yeah, it'll be that. I have a lot more mods in store for this PSP I'm building, but I will not spoil it. As I install more mods in this, I'll keep you guys updated. And yeah, trust me, this one, I'll keep you posted on this one. It's going to be an interesting ride. These two, I'm going to be posting on my eBay soon with 256 gigabyte memory cards, and they're loaded with games and emulators and everything. Links will be in the description once they're posted to my eBay. Also, I have more PSPs I'm building as well. I'm going to be mass producing these Star Ocean ones, and not really this one. Also, I have a few PSP 1000s, a bunch of PSP 3000s I still have to make videos on. And yeah, I also might make a video on my collection of PSP games and limited edition consoles I have. Anyways, that's so far the mods I've made for PSP, well, that I'm ready to show on video. I have more mods I'm working on, and yeah. See you guys in the next video. I hope you enjoyed. I know this was a long ramble. I should have made this shorter, but it's my first video in a while. Anyways, goodbye. Thanks for watching. See you guys in the next one. Peace.